Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be making gummies. Now I have two recipes. I have one from the King of Random, rest in peace, and then I have one that I found on the internet that I'm claiming as my own because I want to, and it's my original recipe and you definitely can't find it online. So to start off, all you really need is some sort of measuring cup, gelatin, and jello. If you want to watch something more in depth about his recipe, you can go watch his video, or you can just watch through mine. I pretty much go over it all. You also need corn syrup. I use this Caro light corn syrup, but I forgot to put that here. So just imagine, use your imagination. So I'm gonna start off with the King of Randoms recipe. First, we're gonna put in half a cup of water. Next up, we're gonna add some of that sweet diabetes juice, or corn syrup for you commoners. Here I added about a quarter of a cup. It ends up being perfect. Next up, you're gonna wanna mix this bitch until it is completely see-through. So when you first start mixing, it's gonna be a little bit cloudy, and then at some point, it'll eventually get like completely clear and just looks like normal water. Here's a tip from a pro tuber such as myself. You wanna go full seizure mode on this mixing. Just trust me. It's how you get the best results. I'm not the one that makes the rules, I'm just the one who follows them. Now to give it that gummy-like texture, next we're going to add in powderized gummy. By the way, powderized gummy is basically just like gelatin. If you were to remove the feet from a pig, throw it in a blender, and then powderize it, I don't know how that works. This is what gelatin is, and that's what I'm going to be putting in. By the way, you're going to want to put 2 packets in. Now, before we added that liquid diabetes, this time we're going to be putting in powderized diabetes and maybe a little bit of cocaine. See, that's a reference to the beginning of this video. It's not actually cocaine, my supervisor, I promise. It's just Jello. I didn't even snort it. Probably should have filmed myself like actually not snorting it and just making the noises. That probably would have been a lot smarter. Piss test me. I swear. Anyway, enough rambling. Next, we're gonna mix it all the way up, and I leave it out for about 10 minutes. This way the gelatin can just absorb all the water. Next, you're... I hate being sick. Next, you're gonna put this mixture into a pot, turn on the heat to like a medium-low, and then cook for about, I think it took me 10 minutes approximately. Make sure you stir it very, very often to make sure none of that gummy sticks to the bottom of the pan and burns. That would suck. Once it's getting close to finishing, it should look like this. Most of that chunkage should have gone away, and there'll be a little bit of bubbles on the top, although this kind of means that it burned, and maybe lower the heat. I don't know, my stovetop sucks, so don't take any advice from me. If your mixture looks like this, that being completely liquid and kind of looks like ogre sperm, then you did it right. Now, sadly, when I moved to Italy, I left all of my gummy molds behind, so today I will be making a very artistic and honestly awe-inspiring brick of gummy, shaped in the form of a bowl. So for my superior gummy recipe, we are going to be starting off the exact same way. Half a cup of water, quarter cup of corn syrup. Now for this recipe, you're going to want to mix it slightly differently. You're going to want to start off slow, nice and, you know, just gentle. And then you're going to go full seizure again. Now this time, instead of adding just 2 packets of gelatin, I'm adding a whole 6 packets, that is 3 times as much. Now with this recipe, you're going to want to mix it up real quickly because it gels up really fast, and so you'll have like extra bits of water or gelatin if you don't mix it up. As you'll see, it'll like almost become a gummy before we even cook it. Once it looks like this, you can start focusing on the flavor and I don't know, whatever else you want to put in here. I picked up this tart and sour juice right before I left the States. I got it from Hobby Lobby if you want it. It works really well. It adds like kind of like a citrusy acid sort of flavor to it. I added about a tablespoon. After mixing that in, I decided I wanted these to be grape flavored because, well, I don't know, I guess I just don't like my taste buds. Grape is kind of a nasty flavor, for the record, and yes, I am willing to get political on this channel. As far as measurements go, you're gonna want about a dollop. What is a dollop? I don't know, I just eyeballed it. Just guess. You really can't go wrong with flavoring, unless you had like way too much. I think it was about a third of one of these bottles, which I also got at Hobby Lobby, by the way. As you can see, the first time around I didn't add enough flavoring, but I just added more till I got the color I liked. After a quick taste test, I realized it was not nearly sweet enough, so I just added a little bit more corn syrup. It was to make up for the fact that I wasn't using Jello, because the Jello obviously has a lot of sugar in it, so I just added about 1/8 of a cup. After mixing everything together, I let it sit out for about 10 minutes just to firm up, and then I poured it into a pot. As you can see, it's all gummy and squishy. Nice. Now once again, you're going to turn the heat up to medium-low, and then just kind of leave it there to sit until it all becomes a liquid. About 5 minutes later, I went and checked on it. The gelatin hadn't fully melted yet, but as you can see, this is what it will start looking like when it liquefies. You're going to want to keep stirring it around so none of it burns to the bottom of the pot, because that would always suck, and who wants to eat a burnt gummy? Not me. After about 10 to 15 minutes, the mixture should be looking thick and juicy, just how I like my nectarines. Sorry guys, I think my audio got all a little bit glitchy there. That's my bad. I mean, who doesn't want their nectarines to be thick and juicy? Now once again, we're going to pour this into this complex mold, a brick, but with bumps. See, the mold is textured, so it's funny. It's a haha joke. Laugh. You're supposed to. So I let the two batches cool overnight, and here's what they became. As you can see in my batch, the grape flavored one got a bunch of bubbles on the top, probably just because there was too much gelatin. Honestly, I have no idea, but I could just scrape it off and then I'll have the correct gummy layer on the bottom. And let me just say, getting this out of the bowl was surprisingly hard, especially compared to the green one. I don't know why, but yeah, just a little tidbit of my life. As you can see underneath all the different bubbles and whatnot, there is actual like gummy. I don't know, English is hard, don't judge me. So originally I recorded this clip with like actual audio, but the audio was like hella scuffed, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover. The green gummy is so much better. It actually tastes like a gummy. The purple one is disgusting. It tastes like gelatin. I don't know if you've ever eaten gelatin. It's not good. There was not nearly enough sugar in it. I still want to work on the recipe because it feels more gummy-ish and it's a little bit firmer, but the green one wins by far. It was so much better. If you guys want to like taste it for yourself, the recipes are obviously in this video. Feel free to just replicate them. Let me know down in the comments below which one you think is better. Purple one's gross, so, you know, if you say purple, you're an actual psychopath. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, you know, maybe tickle that subscribe button a little bit and absolutely beat the shit out of the like button. Anyway, that's all for today. Here's some other videos you might like.